Well, we got a little bit sidetracked, but it was definitely worth it. Well, welcome to Finding America. It's really great to see you here. Now, after last week, we had that amazing hunt in the video called Big Silver Scores, and Chris and I could not wait to get back to that new permission. So we made plans to meet up there once again, and as I was driving in, Chris called me and said he was stuck in traffic. So I decided to take the opportunity to go back to where they were scraping that road where Chris got his bucket lister bar recorder. I just wanted to see if they had done any more over there. And as soon as I pulled in, I saw it. A very nice, freshly scraped pile of dark dirt deposited right next to that road. Well, I cannot resist something like that, so I called Chris right back and I said, hey, we got to change of plans. So I decided this week I wanted to show you just what we found and show you what a great time we had playing in that awesome dirt. Well, I was just over here killing some time waiting on Chris to show up, and check it out, they scraped a big old pile of original dirt up here, and I saw this massive piece of china, and you won't believe this thing, oh, I wish this thing was whole. It's actually a plate, but look what it says on it. The Southern serves the South. This is a piece of railway china. That is Southern Railway. That is so, oh, it is just so cool. Man. I can't help but think maybe he was whole. Hopefully the dozer didn't break it, but that is one of the coolest pieces of china I've seen in a long time. But they would have used this on the dining cars on the old train. Just had to show you that one. I'm gonna run the detector over this stuff and see if I get anything. Well, Chris just showed up right when I got this signal. He'll be down in a little bit, but it was pretty deep, about 8 inches. Finally popped it out. Check it out. Nice big old spoon. I'm hoping this one's marked. Nope, but it was silver plate, it looks like. That's pretty cool. But I tell you, definitely has some age here. I'm seeing all kinds of glass. Got a little piece of glass here. That's an early soda bottle. And then I also saw one over here too. That's a cork topper. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So definitely some old pieces coming out here. And this is the same area that we got Chris's bar recorder at. So they just put a nice big dirt pile up here for us. So I barely started here. Chris is, I can see him scrambling up there to get down here. So we'll see what else we get. They're kind of scraping a little roadway here. So
I bet you it's going to be a paved parking lot.
Yeah, more than likely. So we're trying to get what we can out of here before it gets covered up.
Yeah, this one, it might have some kind of design on it, just half a compact, small one.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we'll get that cleaned up, see if there's anything on it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, this is a piece of garbage, but it's kind of a cool piece of garbage. I don't know what it was, but when I wiped off the bottom, it said, do not use after February 1979. So I am definitely going to have to throw this away. Obviously not safe to use it anymore, but that's kind of cool. Well, after I found that can, that 1979 date just made me think about what was I doing back in 1979. And I'm thinking, man, that was actually a long time ago. But it made me think of a movie that I saw that came out in the theaters in 1979. And I went to see it as a very young boy. and it scared the heck out of me, and I loved every minute of it. Okay, well, I was showing you my incredible expired whatever piece of garbage it was.
This time I heard you talking, so I didn't go woo woo woo.
Yeah.
So I just kind of waited.
He was going to give a whoop out. It's not a bar recorder, but wait till you see what he just got.
That's pretty.
Oh my gosh. It is a very ornate, we think it might be a buckle.
It looks like a tongue on it.
No, look, it's a brooch.
Is it a brooch?
It's got a pin on the back.
Oh my God, it's huge then.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, it's beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Look
Gosh.
how intricate. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it's a beauty. Look here, you can see some of the silver plate right on the edge.
That's one of the nicest of the dozens, literally, we found out here. That's
yeah,
one of my favorites
we've gotten a bunch of these. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Well, we're off to a good start.
Third hole for me today.
Yeah, so far about 20 minutes out here. We were heading over to that permission, but we got sidetracked. So we're gonna hit this before we head over there. But man, awesome find, dude. Well, as you saw, that brooch was pretty grimy, but now I want to show you how it looks after I put it in apple cider vinegar for about 20 or 30 minutes. And all I did after that was rinse it off in cold water and brush it off. It's pretty amazing how it turned out. And if you don't have a gallon of this stuff laying around, you really need to get some. Well, I was getting a 22-23 signal here, dug down about 6 inches, and got a Woodbury's cap. That's a pretty old one, so thought I'd share that one with you. Well, this is the very first of a new segment for my Finding America videos that I like to call Mystery Solved. Well, as many of you know, I include a weekly mystery find a lot of times in my Finding America videos. Now, these are things that either Chris or I find and we just can't identify. And amazingly, all of you out there watching oftentimes get these things identified for me. And I really appreciate that. And I wanted to have a segment where I could come and do an update and let everyone else know what these mysterious finds actually turn out to be. Well, you might remember that one from a previous video a few weeks ago called Best Hobby Ever. Now this one really had me stumped. I had no clue what it was. And not many other people did either, because not many were venturing a guess. But Rhonda Butler identified it correctly. Now this actually turned out to be a very hard to find cartridge shell from the Civil War period. It's called a teat-fire cartridge that was fired from a .32 caliber revolver that was invented in 1864, manufactured in Brooklyn, New York, and used by the Union Army during the Civil War. So I just want to say thanks again to Rhonda Butler, and thanks to you, this piece is now a very proud part of my collection. Well, Chris called me over. Always like when he does, because he's found something. Oh yeah.
Lockwood, that looks pretty early.
That is an early key.
Neat logo.
I'd say 30s, 40s, definitely.
Stamped 994.
Lockwood Hardware Manufacturing Company.
Mitchburg,
I think Fitchburg, Mass. Yeah, I found a couple Lockwoods before.
Yeah.
But that's definitely, that's got the long L. That's really cool. That's probably going to be 30s. Maybe even older. But that's awesome, man.
Neat.
Well, it's getting at 12:13 and under this massive root. I followed the target, but I also pulled out a piece of medicine bottle. And it's got some embossing on it, but it's really lightly cast on it, so a little hard to make out, but pretty cool little item. But what was underneath the root was an old silver plate table knife, so that's pretty cool. So a lot of old targets here, and we're just going to keep on hunting. We're going to hunt this because probably by next weekend this thing will be have crusher run all over top of it, and we won't have access to this old dirt. So well, I was up at the top of this thing and I was checking out this piece of early knee-high soda bottle, and I just happened to glance up and I thought I saw something round up here and ran my coil over and it rang off. And rang, I guess, is a good word because it's our ring. Right on top of the ground here. It's probably nothing more than costume jewelry, but
is that a star or something?
I don't know, some kind of stone, but it has definitely seen better days. I think that dozer introduced itself to it, but that's kind of cool. I'll clean it up and see what it looks like when I get home, but just a little piece of costume jewelry, but pretty old.
Neat.
Well, this is a pretty cool piece here. It's getting a 15, about 4 inches down in this dirt pile. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad. It's been kicking up pretty good. But check it out. I got an old manufacturer's tag. It says Richards Wilcox. And it says manufacturing company of door hangers, hardware, something else, but Aurora, Illinois. That's probably going to be pretty old. That's I'd say 30s at least, but it was bent up pretty good. It's fixing to come apart, but I'll have to work on it when I get home. But that is a very cool piece. I'll have to look that one up. Now that very cool nameplate was from a very old American company, Richards Wilcox. Now this company was based in Aurora, Illinois and specialized in doors and door hardware. And they began that business all the way back in 1880. Now this company is especially known for inventing the overhead enclosed track conveyor. Now you may be saying, what the heck is that? Well, it's also known as a sliding barn door, and it's very popular with interior decorators even today. Well, I'm happy to say that this proud American company is still in business, growing and thriving in Aurora, Illinois. And they're making doors for residential homes and even massive track conveyor systems for manufacturing facilities. And they've been doing it now for 140 years. Well, got another interesting signal here. This time it's going to be a nice stainless molding. Now this would have gone on an old car, probably around the wheel opening. So probably going to be looking at a 40s, and it's hard to say what model. GM or Mopar, I'm guessing. Well, I'll tell you what, I got a nice 1920 signal pretty far down. They scraped like, I don't know, 3 inches off of here.
Yeah.
And I got down here and out popped a penny. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be an Indian. I got Chris over here, but with those numbers and that depth.
Is it Lincoln with the headdress?
Yeah. No, it is an Indian. I can see it.
Nice.
Heck yeah, man. Whew.
Yeah, these were pretty thick woods here before.
Yeah, very thick woods. But I'll get it toothpicked and we'll see what year I got. Well, there you go. My first coin of the day, and I broke into the 1800s. It's going to be an 1889. And I think that's going to clean up pretty well, so very thrilled about that. And we're going to keep on going here. All right, I was still kind of hooting about my Indian, and Chris said he got something.
We're pulling a lot of doubles today.
Oh man, holy cow.
That's early.
Okay, I can see it from here. I'm sure you guys can. That is a big frame buckle. Ooh, that's heavy duty too. Okay, now this could be pretty early. That's what Chris thought too. That's a killer piece, man.
Does it come to a point, or is it a normal tongue?
Pretty normal, but I don't, it's not an iron tongue.
That doesn't look like a fashion piece.
Nope. Now, could be horse tack, but could be a sling buckle. But that's sweet, buddy.
Nice.
Man, So you've been buckled and broached today.
Not too long into it.
Yeah. I'm still buzzing about that railway piece of china. I showed Chris when he got here. He was like, "Oh my gosh, that's cool." So, yeah, not a bad little dirt pile. Well, Chris and I both had our suspicions about that buckle, but when I got home, I talked to a good friend of ours, Dave from Tag Team Recoveries. And if you haven't seen his channel, go check it out on YouTube. I'm going to put a link to his channel down in the video description below. But I got to talking with Dave, and he was like, "Holy cow, guys, you made a really nice find." It was a Union Army rifle sling buckle. And that is a very hard to find piece. And to think that it came out of that little pile of dirt, I tell you, you just never know. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this little hunt, and next week we will be on our new permissions. Now, don't go anywhere just yet because I have some very cool historical photos coming up in just a few seconds, and I know you're not going to want to miss these. And remember, it's history that makes the find a treasure, and I cannot wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.